Julie Holm, founder of the Global Fine Art Awards. Good morning from Paris. I wanted to welcome you all to the 7th Annual Global Fine Art Awards.
It's important to recognize art from different cultures in one ceremony because, as far as we're aware, there is actually not another institution, whether public or corporate, that attempts to look at the global landscape of all of the exhibitions and initiatives that happen around the world. This year, the Global Fine Art Award nominees emanate from 6 continents, 31 countries, and 49 cities.
The Global Fine Art Awards are very much the Oscars for exhibitions and other visual art. So I'm grateful to be part of it because I think that as someone who has created exhibitions and has helped fundraise for them and written about them, that it's high time this happened.
I really don't think there is any other awards that recognises art across the globe. I think it's quite unique in that way, and you can see it recognises artists and curators and exhibition literally in every single corner of the globe.
We are so honored to get this special award from Global Fine Arts. It means a lot to us to be recognized for this tremendous effort that the entire Southern California community put forth.
We live in a society that is completely mad for competitions and awards, and yet somehow this has never happened in our field. And I think this is serving a really direct need. This is our way of tipping the hat to those people as they put years, maybe decades, into a single project.
And what artists do is they reach all of our souls with the themes that they represent in the work that they do, ranging from things that are emotions and different aspects of life that we can all relate to, from love, hate, happiness. These are some of the things that we recognize in our award ceremony and that are very personal to me as well.
Despite the restrictions of COVID that have affected all of our lives, and certainly the ability to produce and show artwork this year in museums and galleries around the world, we actually did review still a massive number and congratulate all of the organizations that were able to still continue in their important work. And thank you all for participating and for the beautiful work that you do. Now I would like to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, Peter Trippi. Peter, who is the editor-in-chief of Fine Art Connoisseur magazine and has been involved with Global Fine Art Awards from the very beginning, first as a judge and now as a member of the executive committee. Peter, thank you so much for all of your contributions to the world of art, and in particular, from my heart, I thank you for all that you do for the Global Fine Art Awards. Thank you, Peter.
The nominees in each of GFAA's 15 award categories will be introduced by a different member of the GFAA team. Each team member will provide a brief definition of the award category and then read the nominees' project titles, venues, and geographic locations. The team members you are about to hear live around the globe and have come together virtually in the true spirit of our organization's name, the Global Fine Art Awards. We are deeply grateful for all of their hard work, and we look forward to celebrating with them and with you the announcement of the winners. Let's go to the first category, Post-War and Contemporary Solo Deceased, introduced by our colleague Jo Lynn Hill.
My name is Jo Lynn Hill, and I'm the Deputy Director of the Albright Knox Art Gallery in Buffalo, New York, presenting our nominees in the category of Best Post-War and Contemporary Solo Artist No Longer Living. The nominees are John Baldessari at the Moderna Museet in Stockholm, Sweden, Monir Sharuti Farmanfarmayan at the Irish Museum of Modern Art in collaboration with the Sharjah Art Foundation, Namjoon Paik at Tate Modern in London, Franz West, also at Tate Modern, Francis Bacon, Books and Painting at the Centre Pompidou in Paris, Lucita Hurtado, I Live, I Die, I Will Be Reborn, a collaboration of the Serpentine Galleries in London and the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. And finally, Cy Twombly, Making Past Present at the Museum of Fine Arts, Boston.
Thank you, Jo. And the winner is Lucita Hurtado, I Live, I Die, I Will Be Reborn, organized by the Serpentine Galleries, London, and the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, California. Congratulations.
Now we focus on the post-war and contemporary solo living category, again introduced by Jo-Lyn Hill.
The nominees are Yayoi Kusama, Every Day I Pray for Love at the David Zwirner Gallery in New York. Steve McQueen at Tate Modern, in combination with Steve McQueen Year 3, presented at Tate Britain in partnership with Art Angel and A New Direction, with collaboration from media partner BBC London and film partner Into Film. Frank Bowling at Tate Britain. Tracy Emin, A Fortnight of Tears at White Cube Bermondsey. Latif Mohideen, Pago Pago at the National Gallery of Singapore. Anthony Gormley at the Royal Academy of Arts in London. Sirith Wen Evans, The Illuminating Gas at Pirelli Hangar Bicocca in Milan. The Astor Gates, Amalgam at Tate Liverpool in collaboration with Palais de Tokyo, Paris. Julie Moretu at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art and the Whitney Museum of American Art in New York. Nalini Malani, You Don't Hear Me at Fundació Joan Miró and La Caixa Foundation, Barcelona. Gerhard Richter, Painting After All at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and Anthony McCall, Dark Rooms, Solid Light at the Albright Knox Art Gallery in Buffalo.
Thanks again, Joe. There are 2 honorable mentions in this category. Gerhard Richter, Painting After All, organized by the Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York, and Anthony McCall, Dark Rooms, Solid Light, organized by the Albright Knox Art Gallery, Buffalo. And the winner, Anthony Gormley, Royal Academy of Arts, London. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Lynn, and I work in research for the Global Fine Arts Awards. I'll be introducing the next category, Best Post-War and Contemporary Exhibitions, World War II to Present, Group or Theme. The nominees are, at the still point of the turning world, there is the dance, Sursak Museum, Beirut, Lebanon. Art in the Age of Anxiety, Sharjah Art Foundation, Al Mirajah Square, Sharjah, United Arab Emirates. Inspiration, Iconic Works, National Museum, Stockholm, Sweden, and the Antenum Art Museum, Finnish National Art Gallery, Helsinki, Finland. Taking Shape, Abstraction from the Arab World, 1950s to 1980, Gray Art Gallery, New York University, New York City, United States of America. Creativity and Daydream, Korean Eye 2020, Contemporary Korean Art, the State Hermitage Museum, Moscow, Russia. Measure Your Existence, the Rubin Museum of Art, New York City, United States of America. Two Together, Zeitz Museum of Contemporary Art Africa, Cape Town, South Africa. Society Guidance, Part 1 and Part 2, Ulan Center for Contemporary Art, Beijing, China. Timeless Conversations 2020, Voices from Japanese Art of the Past and Present, the National Art Center, Tokyo, Japan.
Thank you, Kimberly. There is 1 honorable mention in this category. Inspiration, Iconic Works, organized by the National Museum, Stockholm, and the Ateneum Art Museum, Finnish National Gallery, Helsinki. And the winner is Art in the Age of Anxiety, Sharjah Art Foundation, Al Morehai Square in Sharjah. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Betsy Puson, the chair of the nominating committee, and I am pleased to announce the nominees for the Best Solo Modern or Impressionist Exhibition, covering the period from 1840 to World War II. Our first nominee is Aubrey Beardsley, and this exhibition was at the Tate Britain in London and the Musée d'Orsay and the Musée de l'Orangerie in Paris. Our next nominee is James Tissot, Fashion and Faith, James Tissot, Ambiguously Modern, shown at the Legion of Honor Fine Arts Museum of San Francisco and the Musée d'Orsay in Paris. Our next nominee is Degas at the Opera, as seen at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris and the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. Our next nominee is Chiura Obata, American Modern, at the Smithsonian American Art Museum in collaboration with the Art Design and Architectural Museum of UC Santa Barbara. Our next nominee is Picasso and Paper, seen at the Royal Academy of Arts in London and the Cleveland Museum of Art in partnership with the Musée National Picasso Paris. Our next nominee is Barbara Hepworth, seen at the Musée Rodin in association with the Tate Britain. The next nominee is Edward Hopper, seen at the Fondation Bayler in Basel in collaboration with the Whitney Museum of American Art. And our final nominee is the Credit Suisse exhibition Gauguin Portraits, seen at the National Gallery in London.
Thank you, Betsy. The winner is Picasso and Paper, organized by the Royal Academy of Arts, London, and the Cleveland Museum of Art, Ohio, in partnership with the Musée National Picasso in Paris. Congratulations.
Hello there from Mexico. I'm Andrew Nichols, and I'm extremely honored to be introducing the nominees for the GFAA for the Best Modern or Impressionist Group. Basically, this is art completed from any time between 1840 and World War II. So our first nominee is the Golden Age of English painting. It's by the Musée de Luxembourg, Réunion de Musées Nationaux of the Grand Palais in the Champs-Élysées in partnership with the Tate in Paris. The second one is the Struggle for Visibility, artists of the National Gallery before 1919 at the Staatlich Museen zu Berlin, Alte National Gallery in Berlin. Next up, we have Dali and Magritte, two surrealist icons in dialogue, which was put on in the Royal Museum of Fine Arts in Belgium, in Brussels. Next, it's Fantastic Women, Schim Kunsthal and the Louisiana Museum of Modern Art, Frankfurt and Humleibeck in Denmark. We now have Vida Americana, Mexican muralists remake American art, 1925 to 1945, which was at the Whitney Museum of American Art in New York. Next is Paris in the days of Post-Impressionism, Signac and Les Indépendants, at the Montréal Museum of Fine Arts in Montréal. En Passant, Impressionism in Sculpture, was hosted by the Stadel Museum in Frankfurt. National Forces, Winslow Homer and Frederick Remington was at the Denver Art Museum in Denver. And finally, our last nominee is the Impressionists and Photography at the Musée National Thyssen-Bornemisza in Madrid. That completes the nominees for this year for Best Modern or Impressionist Group.
Thank you, Andrew. The honorable mention in this category is Vida Americana, Mexican Muralists Remake American Art, organized by the Whitney Museum of American Art in New York. The winner is Fantastic Women, organized by the Schön Kunsthalle Frankfurt and the Louisiana Museum of Modern Art, Denmark. Congratulations.
This year's nominees for the Best Renaissance Baroque Old Masters and Dynastic are as follows: Leonardo da Vinci, le Musée du Louvre, Paris, France. Van Eyck, An Optical Revolution, the Museum for Schöne Kunsten, Ghent, Belgium. Raffaello, Scuderia del Quirinale, Rome, Italy. El Greco, Ambition and Defiance, le Grand Palais, rayonnant des musées nationaux et le Grand Palais des Champs-Élysées, RMN AGP, le Musée du Louvre and the Art Institute of Chicago, both in France, in Paris, and in the USA, in Chicago. Titian, Love, Desire, Death, National Gallery, London, England. And finally, Pietro Aretino and the Art of the Renaissance, the Galleria degli Uffizi, Florence.
Thank you, James. There is one honorable mention in this category, Raphael, organized by the Scuderie del Quirinale in Rome. The winner in this category, Van Eyck, An Optical Revolution, organized by the Museum for Schöne Kunsten, Ghent. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Ekaterina Luki, and I hope you all keep safe. I'm Executive Committee for Global Fine Art Award, and today I'm very happy and honored to introduce the two categories. One is for Best Renaissance, Baroque and All Masters group shows, which covers from 1200 approximately to 1838. And the first one would be Advent of the Artist, Musée du Louvre, Paris, France. The second is Renaissance of Etching from Dürer to Bruegel, the Metropolitan Museum in collaboration with Albertina, Vienna. Exhibition took place in both New York and Vienna. And the third one is a tale of two women painters, Safanciba Anguzola and Lavinia Fontana, Museo Nacional del Prado, Spain, Madrid. And the last one in this category would be Caravaggio Bernini, Baroque in Rome, Rex Museum, Netherlands, Amsterdam. Stay tuned, stay with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Katya. There is one honorable mention in this category, Caravaggio Bernini, Baroque in Rome, organized by the Rijksmuseum, Amsterdam. The winner, A Tale of Two Women Painters, Sofonisba Anguissola and Lavinia Fontana, organized by the Museo Nacional del Prado, Madrid. Congratulations.
I've been extremely honored to introduce the second category for Global Fine Art Awards nominee this year. And this time it's Best Ancient Art. First exhibition in this category is Troy, Myth and Reality, British Museum, London. The second one is Mesopotamia, Civilization Begins, Paul Getty Museum, Los Angeles. The third one is Crossroads, Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York. The fourth one is Ulysses, Art and Myth, Museum San Domenico, Italy, Forlì. The fourth one is Art Primer, Artist of Prehistory, Musée d'Antropologia, Catalunya, Barcelona. And the last one in this category is Furusaya, The Art of Chivalry Between East and West, the Louvre, Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi.
Thanks again, Katya. The winner is Ulysses, Art and Myth, organized by the Museo San Domenici, Italy. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Cornelia Lauf, and I'm based in Rome and Catania, and I'll be reading to you the best public or outdoor installation exhibition propositions. Maurizio Catalan, Blenheim Palace, England. Christo et Jean-Claude, Paris, at the Centre Pompidou, France. Connect, BTS, at the Serpentine Galleries, Gropius Bau, Aerocene DDP Design Exhibition Hall, Brooklyn Bridge Park. Border Tuner, Rafael Lozano Hemmer, El Paso and Ciudad Juarez. Team Lab, A Forest Where Gods Live, Mifuneyama Rakuen, Japan. Desert X Alula, Desert X in collaboration with the Royal Commission of Alula, Saudi Arabia. And finally, Jeppe Hein, Sabine Hornig, Laura Owens, Sarah Z, at LaGuardia Gateway Partners in partnership with the Public Art Fund, Terminal B, LaGuardia Airport, USA. Thank you very much, and all best to all participants.
Thank you, Cornelia. The honorable mention in this category is Desert X Alula, organized by Desert X in collaboration with the Royal Commission of Alula, Saudi Arabia. The winner in this category, Team Lab, A Forest Where Gods Live, organized by Mifuyama Rakuen, Japan. Congratulations.
I'm Alfredo González Canavas, and I am extremely honored to be introducing the nominees for the Global Fine Art Awards for the Best Design Exhibition. Design combines the values and the foundations of art, beauty and creativity. We celebrate the transcendence of design, its enduring value, and the ways it brings sense to lives. Such is the magic of extraordinary design. Here are the nominees for 2020 Best Design Exhibition. Our first nominee is Claire Van Eyck's Colors in Design at Design Museum in Ghent, Belgium. The second one is Radical Italian Design 1965-1985, the Dennis Friedman Collection at the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston, USA. Third one is Le Corbusier and Zurich at Museum of Gestaltung in Zurich, Switzerland. Fourth one is Gio Ponti, Loving Architecture at MAXI, National Museum of 21st Century Arts in Rome, Italy. Fifth one, 10,000 Years of Luxury at Musée des Arts Décoratifs and the Louvre, Abu Dhabi, in Paris, France, and Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Next one is Nature, Cooper Hewitt Design Triennial at Cooper Hewitt Design Museum, co-organized with Cube Design Museum in New York, USA. Our last nominee is Kimono, Fashioning Identities at Tokyo National Museum in Japan. Many thanks.
Thank you, Alfredo. The honorable mention in this category, Nature, Cooper Hewitt Design Triennial, organized by Cooper Hewitt Smithsonian Design Museum, New York, and Cube Design Museum, Netherlands. The winner in this category, Kleurijk Van Eyck's Colors in Design, organized by Design Museum, Ghent, Belgium. Congratulations.
Hello, this is Gina Costa from Chicago, and I am one of the Global Fine Art Award judges. I'm here to present the nominees for Best Photography category. Those nominees are Signs and Wonders, the photographs of John Beasley Green from the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art and the Art Institute of Chicago. Next is Anne May Lee, A Contested Terrain, the Carnegie Museum of Art, Pittsburgh. Next on the list is Unseen, 35 years of collecting photographs from the Getty Museum in Los Angeles. The next nominee is Capturing Iran's Past, Fotokunst, Photo Art, from the Staatliche Museum of Berlin and the Pergamon in collaboration with the Museum of Islamic Art in Berlin. Next on our list is Man Ray in Paris, presented by the Oscar Niemeyer Museo, Banco do Brasil Cultural Center in Belo Horizonte. Next on our list is Nan Golden, Sirens, presented by the Marion Goodman Gallery in London. Next, Cindy Sherman, presented by the National Portrait Gallery in London. The next nominee on our list is Claudio Angular, La Lutte Vanomanie, from the Fondation Cartier in Paris. And the final nominee for the category of Best Photography is Defiant Muses, Delphine Seyrig and the Feminist Video Collectives in France, 1970s and 1980s, presented by the Metropolitan Museum of Art in Lille and the Museo René Sofia in Madrid. And this concludes the category of Best Photographs nominees for the Global Fine Arts Awards.
Thank you, Gina. The honorable mention in this category, Anne May Lee, On Contested Terrain, organized by the Carnegie Museum of Art, Pittsburgh. The winner, Claudia Andujar. La Lutte Yanomami, organized by Paris's La Fondation Cartier. Congratulations.
The category Best Fringe or Best Alternative recognizes the amazing contributions of exhibitions that cannot be confined to a single epoch or period. The nominees for this category are On Being Present at the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, Italy, Black Suns at Louvre Lens in Lens, France, and the Ukiyo-e 2020 at the Tokyo Metropolitan Art Museum in Tokyo, Japan.
Thank you, Savita. The winner is Black Suns, organized by the Louvre Lens, France. Congratulations.
The Global Planet Award is an amazing recognition of artists and exhibition makers who focus our attention on the fragility of the planet we all inhabit. This year's nominations range from Australia through to the United States and everywhere in between. It is of huge concern for all of us the way we treat, or rather mistreat, this planet that we all call home. The nominees in this category are Team Lab, Universe of Water Particles in the Tank, Transcending Boundaries, at Tank Shanghai in Shanghai, China. Water at the Queensland Art Gallery and the Gallery of Modern Art in Brisbane, Australia. Countryside, The Future, Solomon R. Guggenheim Gallery, New York, USA. Under the Stars at the Art Gallery of New South Wales, Sydney, Australia. Plus 1.5 degree changes everything at the Museo Nacional del Prado in collaboration with the WWF in Madrid, Spain. Cantera, Architecture of the Earth, T-Space in collaboration with Ensemble Studio in Rhinebeck and Menorca, USA and Spain, and in virtual reality. Alexander von Humboldt in the United States, Art, Nature and Culture at the Smithsonian Art Museum in Washington, D.C., USA. Oliver Eliasson, Symbiotic Seeing at the Kunsthaus Zurich in Zurich, Switzerland.
Thanks again, Savita. The winner is Water, organized by Queensland Art Gallery and the Gallery of Modern Art, Australia. Congratulations.
This is Deborah Najjar presenting the Global Fine Art Awards Global Humanity Award. And the nominees are Perforated City at the Museum of Contemporary Art in Taipei, Taiwan. Oscar Murillo, Ética y Estética at the Parroquia Santa Bárbara in La Paila, Colombia. Jeppe Hein and Art 2030, Breathe With Me, at the United Nations Headquarters, Central Park and Bloch's Danish Architecture Center in New York, Copenhagen, and Global. When we first arrived, DYK WTCA at the corner at Whitman Walker and online auction in Washington, D.C., USA. Ancient Worlds Now, A Future for the Past at the John Paul Getty Museum, Los Angeles, USA. Yoko Ono, The Learning Garden of Freedom at the Serralves Museum of Contemporary Art in Porto, Portugal. Art on the Grid in New York City, USA. Jamie Holmes at the skies of Detroit, Miami, Dallas, Los Angeles, and New York. Ai Weiwei Mask, an online collaboration with eBay for charity, global. Don't ask me where I'm from, Imago Mundi's Gallerie delle Prigioni and Aga Khan Museum, Treviso, Italy, and Toronto, Canada. 2020 Asia Project, Looking for Another Family, the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Seoul, Korea.
Thank you, Deborah. The winner is Jeppe Hein and Art 2030, Breathe with Me, presented at the United Nations headquarters, Central Park, and the Block's Danish Architecture Center, New York and Copenhagen. Congratulations.
Hello to everybody. My name is Sylvain Lévy, and on behalf of DSL Collection, which was founded by myself and my wife Dominique, I'm happy to announce the nominee of the Global Fine Art Award for the Best Digital Exhibition or Online Educational Program of the year. DSL Collection has since 2005 been involved in the use of technology to connect and disseminate and create new experience with art. Here is the list. Monet, Renoir, Chagall by l'Atelier des Lumières, Paris. Return to the Sources, The Melrose, Johannesburg. Cocktail with a Curator, The Frick Collection, New York. Google Vermeer Project, Google Arts and Culture, online. Cinéma, Dynamo, Centre d'art contemporain de Genève, Geneva. Operation Night Watch, Rich Museum, Amsterdam. Love Stories, Fondazione Prada, Milan. Finite Rents, Fondazione Prada, Milan. Jacob Kutz-Strinsen, The Deep Listener, Serpentine Gallery, online in collaboration with Google Arts and Culture and Sir David Adjaye, London. Embrace, Guggenheim at Large, New York. Machine Hallucinations, Arts House, New York. Colin Sinuan Chimre, Voluntary Garden, UCCA. Fusion Arts Center, Modern Skies, Bad Head Records, and Co-Art, Beijing. Google Arts and Culture Platform at Large. Highlights include these three projects: the National Museum of Modern Contemporary Art, British Museums, the Paul Getty Museum, Seoul, London, Los Angeles. The National Museums of Modern and Contemporary Art, the National Museum of Contemporary Art and Google Arts and Culture, Seoul. History Connected, British Museum and Google Arts Culture, London. And finally, the Paul Getty Museum and Google Arts Culture, Los Angeles. As you can see, the list is very diverse and also very numerous. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvain. There is no single winner in this category, but there are two wonderful honorable mentions. First, Cocktails with a Curator, the Frick Collection, New York, and also Love Stories, Fondazione Prada, Milano. Congratulations.
Hello, Sylvain, and everyone who's watching this award ceremony this evening. It's Judy Holm again, founder of the Global Fine Art Awards. Yes, to address the most recent award that was just presented by Sylvain Lévy, I would like to reiterate the importance of this new award as we have adjusted our program to reflect the current conditions that we're all facing in the cultural domain and, of course, in almost all of the world. How do we reflect what the cultural landscape will look like going forward? And we feel very sincerely that it will be continue to rely on digital growth and digital innovation in art and culture, and of course linked with technology and things that we have yet to discover. So we want to recognize, and we have, some of the best initiatives that have happened in the past year, and we will continue to do this in the future. So for all of the wonderful digital innovation that's happening, we absolutely applaud and continue to reach broader audiences, which of course is the mission of Global Fine Art Awards. So I'd now like to turn to our final awards, which are equally important and reflect the world today, and they're entitled Universal and U2. These awards were started from the very first year because we want to include and incorporate people's choice. Culture has to be seen by an audience and appreciated by the audience, and therefore we feel it's important for the audience to have a voice in what are the best productions each year. And this Universal Award, which has been going for 8 years, was quite successful from the very first years, so we added a second People's Choice Award, which is entitled U2. So thank you for the thousands of people who voted on our website. And it was really, there were votes from the very beginning to the very end. So the results may be a surprise. We did hide the results halfway through so that we would maintain this element of surprise. And thank you for all of the people who voted really all around the world. It was remarkable. The winner of this year's Universal Award is Art Primer, Artists of Prehistory, that was created by the Musée d'Arqueologia de Catalunya, also known as MAC Barcelona, in Spain. Congratulations. U2 winner was awarded to Pitika Netula, Return to the Source. And I apologize for not being able to pronounce the dialect correctly. And this beautiful exhibition, the artist's work represented by the Melrose Gallery in South Africa, it's a remarkable display of man's working, artists working, how we are all connected to the earth, and really quite beautiful. So I encourage you all to watch all of the work digitally online of what the artists and the museums have created, which allowed us to review also the materials to nominate them in the first place. Honorable mention, there were so many votes this year and so many close voting results that we have designated 4 honorable mentions who had many, many votes. And thank you to all of the people who voted, because this represents the depth and breadth of our nominees and their excellence. Congratulations. Honorable mention go to Don't Ask Me Where I'm From by Imago Mundi Gallery della Prigioni in Italy and Aga Khan Museum in Canada. Also, The Renaissance of Etching from Dur to Bruegel, co-produced in collaboration with the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York and the Albertina Museum in Austria. Also, Maurizio Catalan, which I had the immense pleasure of personally visiting last year. That was at the Blenheim Palace and produced by the Blenheim Art Foundation. Thank you so much. Finally, Ulysses, Art and Myth by the Musée San Domenici, which also was one of our individual award winners this year. Congratulations, and this exhibition took place in Forlì, Italy. Thank you all for voting. It was a phenomenal year again for the People's Choice, and we applaud not only these excellent nominees and winners, but also all of our 116 nominees from the 7th Annual Global Fine Art Awards.
Thank you so much, Peter, for doing your wonderful job as host digitally, as well as you do so often for our events when we gather together in person. As mentioned, this year we all have lived in such different conditions, And it is really one of the strengths of our team that we pull together in many different ways, and the feeling of community that really crosses our colleagues, and also through our nominees, and the interconnection of art across history, time, and geography is something that we're all extremely passionate about and honored to be part of. As this year really marks a historical moment in time in every way imaginable, this is absolutely critical, we felt, to continue with our history of having the awards. I really wish to thank, most of all, the people who have worked the most on this production, Peter Trippi, Juan Carlos Zaldivar, and Hugo Medrigui. Thank you so much.
Thank you, especially to Judy for involving me in this process. And it's been a great experience. So lots of love from Rome.
This is such an important award, and I am thrilled to be part of it, honored to be part of it. Thank you.
So without further ado, I wish you all really a wonderful evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.